Okay, abusia Gabby ene etese chairman Wontumi. EOCO ene BNI for apeke intelligence bi omonya legit evidence bia etese sankofo we no omo ho aka edwema enye asem keto akra eba state forester and as state lands bia abusia sankofo we no yese illegal mining na ekoso Ghana ha say no chairman Wontumi akunta mining say ye arresting ni nyina no or like oguso anase onne Gabby no so involved in sa illegal mining na abusuan chairman Wontumi soro kase ono no say arresting bill na yokufo omhwe na omo holding the responsible na chairman Wontumi ni kwan say ye jano emane ne nam Ghana ha say free and Gabby nso din epima sa evidence bibia etrese sa nkofo no ye involved yense momre mom yenko na yenkonko tie solo ni nsem bia odituja medamase
Secretariat, the National Lotteries Authority. So much rot.
You keep saying National Lotteries.
A lot of rot.
Samia Uku's place.
Samia Uku's place. A lot of rot. Any attempt by these current appointees over there to keep quiet means they also want to steal. And he must be very, very, very careful and go in and find out whatever happened there.
So for you, this is not enough?
No. But you see, election 2024, corruption was a major issue. I'm telling you that if President Mahama is able to deal with all those that looted the state and does not even construct a kilometer of road, it's enough for the people of this country, particularly the youth. That never again would we have a group of people who come into public service. The underlining word here is service. Just to tell themselves and come and loot us and flaunt it in our faces.
Flaunt?
They flaunt it. They don't fear anything. Someone sang the song, said, Obinyaneme. Diana Meswan. Am I dreaming that this is coming from Zato?
Obinyaneme.
Diana Meswan. Hey, that you.
What does that mean?
Somebody should wake me up.
I'm dreaming.
I'm dreaming.
Are you asleep?
Am I dreaming?
Am I dreaming?
But you're not asleep.
I am. That is why I'm surprised, because you see, he is forcibly arguing. Yes, I agree that the LI 2462 must not, nobody in this administration must try to say that they are going to amend it. It has to be total revocation. That was what we all fought for. That was what the National Democratic Congress promised. But I don't expect Zato and his people to be mentioning it because they introduced it. They gave it to the people of this country. That hitherto we were not allowed to mine in our forests. It took the administration of Akuffo Bawumia to give that law, allow that law to come into place just to regularize the nonsense that was being done by Wontumi. Now, that reminds me, we are talking about Galamsey Kingpins. What has happened to Wontumi again ever since he came out of EOCO? What has happened? Have you heard anything about it again?
None so far.
So it has to... Now...
So you add the Wontumi issue to the investigation?
Very, very important. Then there is this MP at Winsor.
Current MP?
Yes, Oscar Ofori, who has been banished. It's very important that this letter will be amended to also draw him in.
Oscar Ofori?
Then there are Memphis East MP, one Nicholas Amankwa.
Memphis East.
He has to be drawn into this. Now, the beauty of this letter written by the attorney...
Memphis is called
what? Nicholas Amankwa.
The
beauty of this letter is that it says they must go into the Professor Frimpong Boateng. I'm telling you, President Mahama, if you are able to handle the Professor Frimpong Boateng report very well, comprehensively, I'm telling you, you have ended Galamsey. Because all the kingpins of Galamsey were captured in one document, full piece.
They are all there.
Deal with them and Galamsey is off. Look, this investigation must be able to question the former president, Nana Akuffo. You know why? Because it was in this report that Professor Frimpong Boateng said that at one point or at one time, he together with Sir John and Nana Akuffo were sitting in the conference room at the presidency. While he looked straight into President Akuffo's face and told him that the greatest danger to our forest was Sir John. Did you hear President Akufo sack Sir John? Did you hear him sack Sir John? What did he do about that when he was told that the greatest danger to our forest was Sir John? Now, it was in this report that it was revealed that in 2018, all our forests under Zato's government that he's praising, wanted us to see them as holier than thou. They gave it out for Galamsey business. All our forests in this country. Under one Chireme, Asuma Chireme, former Minister of Lands and Natural Resources. Are you with me? It was in this report that we were told that Nite Kotego, Charles Owusu, Protozwa is a member of parliament for whom were actively involved in Galamsey.
So investigation have to be detailed.
It was in this report that CNJ, Alaska and Co., when they were being accosted or apprehended or questioned, we had Gabby Asarochi that could call for Bob Martin and caution him not to deal drastically with them. It was in this report that the MP for former MP for Manson Kwanta, Professor Albert Kwam, was, as it were, named. So this is not a report that you can play with. This is not a report that you have to dilly-dally with.
Are you saying that because key party functionaries of the current government are being investigated, then it means that they should go full guns blazing?
But the letter itself says that they have to expand the whole
Nobody should be spared.
Why must we... Look, the people you see at the various Galamsey sites, they don't have the capacity, the financial muscle to sponsor Galamsey. How much does it cost to buy an excavator? You understand? The pump actions they have been using. Pump actions are not like tomatoes. It costs. So it means they have sponsors up here. And you and I cannot go and do Galamsey without being accosted by the police. It means that people who are in authority, they are the ones doing it. Why are we leaving them to destroy the future of this country?
All right. Solomon, also, thank you very much. And thank you, Dr. Zato, as well. Sisala East constituency, and then also from Sisala West, Deputy Communication Minister designate.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Mohammed Adam Shuparu, thank you for part of the initiatives, whether it's cutting down or even the introduction of the litter of fuels one city.
Roland, thank you very much. But let me deal quickly with certain matters that Zato has raised. I think Zato doesn't know me. And he has not been in politics for that long. That is my conclusion, especially within the MPP politics. Because he says I'm a stomach politician. Let me put it on record that I have never in my life, never taken a single government contract, be it NDC, MPP. I've never done so in my life. I have never worked in the office of Alan Chamati to even draw salaries. I have never in my life, and I'm putting all these things in perspective so that he understands the person he's dealing with.
Because of what he said?
Because of what he said.
You said you are running down the former president.
I have, and I'm coming there. The former president know about criticism. What is he talking about?
No, but he's a former
Oh, please,
And so what?
please.
You see, when you were talking,
No,
I
please.
just ignored it. Look,
Dr. Zato, when he was talking, you interjected the first time. No, please.
He does this to me all the time. And I always keep quiet. You know that. Even when
Dr. Zato, when you were talking, he didn't say anything. So let's say we're starting from that note, Dr. Zato.
Today. Okay.
The way you're giggling, it sounds as if that, you're disrespecting his arguments, etc. Because people are watching us, and they expect us that we'll be decorous in how we moderate and then also raise the argument based on the discussions. So do I have your buy-in, Dr.
Yes,
Zato?
go ahead.
Great.
so the truth of the matter is that I have not enjoyed it. In any case, his understanding of politics is suspect. It's warped logic that you go into government to enjoy. I believe that it's a service. You go into public service to serve the people of this country, not to plunder state resources. So if it's the mindset that he intends to go into public services, then I'm sorry he's eager to enter into a very wrong arena of business that you go and enjoy. That Alan Chemanti went into politics to go and enjoy. Enjoy what? Look, before I leave you, Alan was working with the UN before Akuffo became the president of the land.
His argument is that he was a minister, and you never raised any of those ones.
But Alan, that was part of those that founded the MPP and brought the party to power. What was he expecting? Beyond that, he was more competent than any of the ministers that was appointed, including the very person you support, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. You understand? I mean, if I were the president and I was appointing ministers, Mahmoud Bawumia would not even be appointed as a minister because he lacked that capacity to be a minister. So what are you talking about that Alan was made a minister? In your own region, Upper West, let me tell you your history. In the year 2000, you were not even doing NPP politics. I had to sacrifice my university education. From KNUST, I bought Audu Isaka. That time there was a bus called Audu Isaka. By the time I could say Jack, I was in Sobayiri, a polling station in the Jirapa-Lambusie district, just to go and make sure that minors that were voting in the Jirapa-Lambusie district in the Sobayiri were denied the opportunity of voting for President Akuffo, the candidate Akuffo, to become president. I did that because I thought he could become a good president and by virtue of that also manage the party well. Let me say, the pronouncement by President Akuffo that he has been sidelined, I do not sympathize with him any given day because he sat down unconcerned when it was happening to young ones within the party, people that entrusted him.
Dr. Zaso said, don't say that.
But that's what I've just explained to you, that he doesn't, I don't think he knows even the MPP that he's in. I've just given him history.
What I'm saying,
you don't have, wait, my friend, you keep quiet and we deal with matters here.
No, please. No, gentlemen, please.
Why you are talking up here?
No, Jordan.
Why do you want to turn this into a...
So wrap up on this one.
To me.
Please, okay. No,
why today, why did you pass?
The two of you are gentlemen.
Whenever he
No, please.
Today, I don't want to.
Please, okay. Zato's rival, please, make sure that
but why from this Zato business?
You wrap up on this, and then let's get on to my question.
So the truth of the matter is that he kept quiet when more grievous things were happening to party faithfuls.
That's the former president.
The former president.
He says it's not fair. He's a statesman. He shouldn't say that.
Well, am I not a statesman? We are paying people. You see, this business of classifying people, that's why people go about misbehaving in this country. You are a statesman. Everyone here is a statesman. Because the sovereignty of this country resides in you. Without you, there is nothing called a state. So what is he talking about? And I keep saying that if he has spoken in the past, I'm not sure the party, Nana Akufo-Addo's gang, would have had the opportunity to destroy it. So he has no business whatsoever speaking today. That is the point I'm making. So where from this influence? This business of trying to court hatred, I don't give a hoot about it. Well, so long as is the truth. You say you are a Commonwealth guy. You don't even believe in the truth. Truth must stand at all times.
But that is the truth. I'm talking to
you have never spoken any truth yet. Now coming back to the matter.
Please.
Coming back, look, most of the people that you eulogize today, I was feeding them in opposition.
No,
what are you talking about?
No.
Let them come out. Let any single person.
The two of you. Please. Go ahead on my question.
So the question here really is that, once again, you say organization and strategy defines everything. Listening to Samia Uku and listening to Zato here, it tells you how the party has degenerated.
I don't understand.
There is no strategy. First of all, this was a campaign promise that was President Mahama, then a candidate, gave this promise when he was in opposition. I think it was somewhere in May, that given the opportunity, he will scrap, the fuel allowance. You also agree with me that we are with the IMF. And with the IMF, we are supposed to observe austerity. And most often, when we want to cut down or embark on austerity, we tend to look at the revenue side. And here I'm talking about increasing taxes here and there. Now you have a government that is saying that, look, instead of going back to the people and increasing taxes, this time I'm going to decrease or reduce expenditure. And by expenditure, scrap fuel that my appointees are going to use. I was thinking that as a strategic opposition party, you would rather say, yes, we agree with you, because that is all that all of us have been yearning for. Indeed, your own government in somewhere 2023, 2024 came out and said that they were reducing fuel coupons by 50%. In fact, it was captured in the budget. So why do you think they came out with that? So I was thinking they would say, okay, we agree with the president, but what we are waiting for is to see the implementation, the outcome of it. In one breath, Samia Ukuda spoke said they must bring clarity to it. In another breath, he said sentence. So what sort of human being is that? Here in this studio, Zato, who is claiming that he wants to see the minister make statements about it, is also drawing conclusions that it's not feasible. So how do I take his matter serious?
Well, he said that per the announcement, it should have come with the numbers in terms of cost savings.
So that is what you must ask for. Look, after elections, there is a nation to run. There's a government, there's a country to run. This infantile politicking doesn't work. Ask the necessary questions.
Yes, the politicking?
No, it's politicking and it's not even doing it properly. Ask the government to come out clearly that how many appointees are involved. What is the volume of fuel we are talking about? How much do we intend to save? You wait for the answers. If the answers are not convincing, or you wait for the period, then you go back to the people of this country. If they were not able to deliver on this promise, then you go back to them and say that here was the president who announced that he was scrapping fuel allowances at the end of his tenure. There is nothing to show for it. So Ghanaians, he wasn't a truthful president. His party wasn't truthful. So vote against
him. So you're saying that just doing Shegum
Potogum. You come here, you are in a hurry to just wish them bad. If we don't do that, if this administration fails, it is you and I who have failed.
Well, they are the opposition.
What opposition? You have to be responsible opposition. They are the reason why we are coming up with the party, because if this is how opposition party members behave, that this country is not going to be a laughing stock.
Well, they are supposed to criticize and put the government on its toes.
Constructive criticism. What is so constructive about how she has done? When the policy itself has not taken off, you are saying that it's going to fail without showing us how it's going to fail. How does it work like that? So clearly, and you know, when we were going into election 2024, all of us as a country said the way and manner governments were spending wasn't in the best form of shape. So the government has taken that initiative. Now he is going ahead. I would wish, as a matter of fact, that to further deepen this policy and also bring clarity and reduce government expenditure, be it on fuel and even vehicles, I believe that we must look at the options of beginning to lease vehicles to government appointees. Look, I am into transport business, and I know how much we expend on maintenance alone. If as a private person that will observe all the austerity to maintain my vehicle, I'm telling you that it's so high to maintain a vehicle. How much more government that we have this mantra that government business. So if everybody is in the government business, something that will cost 1,000 cedis to maintain a vehicle, if they are going to do it in the open, they will spend more than 10,000. So I believe that appointees, if a minister is traveling out of Accra, there is a company. Those companies have to be provided by the national security in terms of security, so that their lives are not put at risk. If you are going to Tamale, you know the rate that you are paying. There, you cannot come and say, you cannot come and inflate the figures. Again, the issue of maintenance is the cost of the private sector man. He will deal with these issues. Then, within the city of Accra, I mean, Roland, why is it that ministers and government appointees must be using SUVs within Accra? To do what?
You think that should be banned?
It should be banned. Saloon vehicles. And it must also cause the administration to develop or build the public sector transport system. You travel around the world, most of the places, appointees of government and ministers, they sit in public transport. What is different between them and us?
I don't understand. You mean the minister should go and sit in
some even ride, of course. That is what all of us are enjoying.
Metro.
So if you improve it,
minister,
what tomorrow if you are not a minister, don't you become an ordinary as me? So that's how it's supposed to be. So that once we are building this country, let everyone be involved. Don't let us create this class system. It is that denies the citizens of the right development. Are you with me? If you are giving ministers and appointees 4-wheel drive, what would be the agency of them fixing our roads? Because they are in 4-wheel drives. Have you used the Accra Kumasi roads recently?
Terrible.
Terrible. So if the person is in a 4-wheel drive SUV and feeling comfortable in that condition, when he's going, there is a motorcade in front of him, we give him the space to move. Would he think about fixing the road? But if all of us are involved in the public transport system, then he will see the need to be developing the country, developing our road sector, developing our hospital infrastructure, the schools, and so on and so forth.
So for you, the policy is good, but then you are also preferring recommendations.
Recommendation, and then must also bring clarity to it, which area, so that when we see, we must all police it.
Okay.
You understand? For instance, what is the role that Goyle is going to play? The policy was, he said, immediate. So I am expecting Goyle to also come up with a statement to tell us that from henceforth, maybe appointees, all your coupons that you already have, or all the depots that you draw fuels are curtailed. Then we move on. But rather than right from the beginning saying that it's a bad thing, it's not going to succeed, what sort of naysayers are these?
But they are the opposition.
Am I not in opposition? We are both in opposition, but he's not being the responsible opposition.
All right. So, Mr. Suparu.
But why don't
Suparu, you... No, please. Mr. Suparu, just in 3 minutes so that we can summarize and go to the next one. So,
okay, I was winning and some course or political highway. So, solo and I attending can say or day a year Gabby ne Chema Wontumi I just say illegal mining or more year home some to die but I must say some of Japan cocoa teas and some way at my aha a POG Media so what I was say